Hi guys, so in today's Old Testament reading, Jeroboam approaches Rehoboam and he says, as you're becoming king, Rehoboam, would you lighten the harsh workload that is on Israel? And if you do this, then we will continue to serve you. To me this seems like a really good offer, but Rehoboam says, well, come back in 3 days so I have time to think about it. He wants to make the right decision. So he starts off by going to the elders, and the elders they've served his father for many years. They're very wise and always given good advice. And so they say to Rehoboam, well, if you're nice to them, then they'll serve you forever. They'll continue to serve you forever. So why don't you lighten their workload a bit? But it's after this that Rehoboam then goes on to make wrong decisions, and he decides, well, actually, I think I prefer to listen to my friends, the people who are my age, who I've grown up with. And if we pause here for a minute, I think at this point he's made at least 2 mistakes. So first of all, he's not asked God at all. He's not asked God what the wise decision to do here, or the right thing to do in this situation is. And secondly, as he's getting this pace of authority, I think he wants to change things up a bit. He wants to assert his authority. He wants to use his power. And so he talks to these people, his friends that are his age, and they say, oh, go on, make it harder for them, make their workload even harsher. And so Rehoboam listens to them, and he says, well, if you think my father's work was hard, try mine. And the thing is that when we're faced with difficult decisions, it's really important that we think carefully about who we're listening to. Often for me, I'd want to go straight to my friends and be like, what do you think I should do? But sometimes that's actually not always the best thing to do, because if they're the same age as you, they've had the sort of same life experience as you, the same amount of years as you, and they're seeing things at the same way that you're seeing things. So sometimes the best thing to do is go to someone who's a bit older than you, who has years put away, that they've done lots of things in their time, and who can see your situation from a slightly different angle, and also someone that you know wants the best for you, because then you might get the best advice. You might get a bit of a different spin on it. They might help you to see things in a different light. But of course, when you've got these big decisions, always go to God. Do that first. Like Rehoboam didn't, go to God. So later on, God gives a word about learning the difference between serving him and serving kings of other lands. And as we make these decisions, big or small, in our lives, it's really important that we make sure that whatever we're doing, we're serving God and not the kings of other lands. So the kings of other lands could just simply be money or relationships or exams. And these things are important, but overall the thing to take most care about is serving God in the daily decisions that you make.